They call it mental health, but we over here, we know it is demonic possession, right? It is demonic possession. These people have created a science around demonic possession, right? And when you do that, you're basically saying nothing to see here, sweep it under the carpet, keep it moving. That is what you are saying, right? And you are not giving people the chance to see the spiritual nature of life, to really understand what is going on around them, because it is just mental health, nothing to see here, keep it moving, we got this under control. So people don't even realize that we are in a spiritual war, because when someone is badly affected, they just move it along the line as mental health and give them some medication, and that's it, right? No, we're going to go into the contaminated Bible. No, it has some very important gems that we can use to connect the dots to show you that this thing is indeed demonic possession. Now we're going into the book of Mark, King James Version. We at Mark chapter 5, and we're going to look at we're going to start this at verse 2, right? Where Yeshua was coming off the ship, right? Mark chapter 5, starting from 2. And when he was come out of the ship, immediately there met him out of the tombs a man with an unclean spirit, who had his dwelling among the tombs, and no man could bind him. No, not with chains, right? So we're going to move from verse 2 and 3 to start it from 5, right? And always, night and day, he was in the mountain and in the tombs, crying and cutting himself with stones. But when he saw Jesus afar off, he ran and worshipped him, and cried with a loud voice, and said, What have I done with thee, Yeshua, thou Son of the Most High, Son of the Most High God? I adjure thee by God, that thou tormented me not. For he said unto him, Come out of the man, thou unclean spirit. Okay? Now, this is a story about Yeshua, some say Yehoshua, the lion from the tribe of Judah, when he cast an unclean spirit out of a man into some pigs, and the pigs go over into the sea, right? That's the story. You can go and check it for yourself. Use critical thinking, connect the dots. Now, why is this story so important? Is because it shows this man that had the unclean spirit, he was cutting himself. And we see people in today's time with a lot of cuts on their hands, and they will tell you that they used to cut themselves because they were having mental health problems. So that is a good piece of evidence right there to show you it is demonic possession. And when you go to the experts, they will give you medication to suppress your body. So these spirits cannot use their bodies to go out and commit crimes and do various acts, right? To live out their fantasies, because your body is under medication. Now, we'll be looking on a few cases where people were under demonic oppression, and they end up killing their children. Very, very sad. Now, when you limit this thing to mental health, you basically sweep it under the carpet, and people don't know what they are dealing with, right? We need to pray and understand we wrestle not with flesh and blood, wickedness in high places. And it doesn't take much for us to come under demonic influence. They use the food, the clothes, the frequency from music, right? We need to pray and say, Glory be to the Most High.